Welcome to Quiz Time. My name is Simon and I'll be your host. Sit back, relax, and get ready for the next 100 questions. Let's get started. What is the most remote spot in the Pacific Ocean? The Challenger Deep, Easter Island, or Point Nemo? Point Nemo is correct. What animal was put on trial in 1386 in France? Cow, goat, or pig? A pig was put on trial. What is the effect called when hot water freezes faster than cold water? Newton cooling paradox, Kelvin thermal inversion, or the Mbeba effect? The Mbeba effect is correct. What was the most expensive book ever sold? Codex Sassoon, The Birds of America, or Codex Leicester? Codex Sassoon is correct. How much did it cost to make Titanic in the cinema? 200 million, 150 million, or 285 million? $200 million is correct. Why was the Devil's Interval banned by the Catholic Church? Considered unsettling, believed to summon evil spirits, or it used a secret pagan tuning system? Considered unsettling. What percentage of gold is in Olympic gold medals? 10%, 1.34%, or 50%? 1.34%. What is the mosquito tone? A color, a high frequency sound, or an alarm? A high frequency sound is correct. Russian engineer Vladimir Lukyanov built a computer that ran on what? Sand, water, or steam pressure? Water is correct. How do green bell peppers get their color? They are unripe, different species, they dyed green during the processing. They are unripe. What does the Masked Singer enforce to anyone using their phone on set? Shame sash, kicked out, or banned? Shame sash is correct. Why do roosters have built-in earplugs? To help them sleep through sunrise, because of a special flap of soft tissue to block predators' mating calls. Because of a special flap of soft tissue. What does the word fernweg mean? Far sickness, a type of forest nostalgia, or the fear of being alone in nature? Far sickness is correct. What is the only developed country without a required paid vacation? UK, USA, or Canada? USA is correct. What is the least visited country? Cambodia, North Korea, Tuvalu? Tuvalu is correct. How much does air pressure reduce your taste sensitivity by? 20%, 10%, or 30%? 30% is correct. What percentage of cheetahs survive to adulthood? 5%, 30%, or 10%? 5% is correct. How many cents does it cost to make a penny? 0.2, 3.7, or 5.8? 3.7 is correct. What percentage of Earth's lake are in Canada? 60%, 40%, or 30%? 60% of Earth's lakes are in Canada. What is the world's largest war memorial? Arc de Triomphe, Tomb of an Unknown Soldier, or the Great Ocean Road? The Great Ocean Road is correct. What country is mosquito-free? Canada, Iceland, or Greenland? Iceland is correct. What happens to the coins thrown in Rome's Trevi Fountain? Given back to a person, sent to the government, or donated to charity? Donated to charity is correct. Who is on the $100,000 bill? LBJ, Nixon, Woodrow Wilson? Woodrow Wilson is correct. What two languages was Dracula filmed in? English and ASL, English and Spanish, or English and French? English and Spanish. How many minutes can the inland taipan bite kill? 10 to 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, or 1 hour? "30 to 45 minutes. What was the best-selling PC first-person shooter in 2018 according to the Guinness Book of World Records? Call of Duty, Rainbow Siege, or Half-Life? Half-Life is correct. How many paid vacation days does Austria require as a minimum? 20, 18, 25? 25 is correct. What does it mean when Bulgarians shake their head side to side? Yes, no, or maybe? Yes is correct. How long does the edible dormouse hibernate? 7 to 8 months, 3 months, or 2 years? 7 to 8 months is correct. How many years after the launch did the Left 3 Dead 2 expansion come out? 13, 16, or 12? 12 is correct. How many variations of grape are there? More than 10,000, around 2,000, or more than 20,000? More than 10,000 variations. What was the highest internet speed ever recorded? 1.5 petabits per second, 1.02 petabits per second, or 2.4 petabits per second? 1.02 petabits per second. What is the only sea without a land boundary? Caribbean Sea, Mediterranean Sea, or Sargasso Sea? Sargasso Sea is correct. What did William Hogarth name his pug? Doug, Trump, or Spot? Trump is correct. What two African countries have never qualified for the World Cup? Egypt and Morocco, the Djibouti and Sao Tome and Principe, or Nigeria and Ghana? The Djibouti and Sao Tome and Principe. What is it called when your heartbeat syncs with the rhythm of the music you are listening to? Resonance effect, harmonic convergence, or entertainment? Entertainment is correct. What happened to Jim Caviezel on the set of Passion of the Christ? He fell, struck by lightning, or food poisoning? He was struck by lightning. What is Alice in Wonderland syndrome? Distorted perceptions of size, shape, and distance, a syndrome where people talk only in rhymes, or a disorder causing people to sleepwalk in strange places? Distorted perceptions of size, shape, and distance. What is the quietest place on Earth? Anechoic chamber at Auric Labs, the Dead Sea, Mount Everest summit? Anechoic chamber at Orfield Labs. How many people did the dancing plague kill? 1,500 people, up to 1,000 people, up to 400 people? Up to 400 people is correct. What country separates Finland and North Korea? Russia, China, or the Ukraine? Russia is correct. What university is older than the Aztec Empire? Harvard University, National Autonomous University of Mexico, or Oxford? Oxford is correct. What color were oranges originally? Red, green, or orange? Green is correct. What is Peter Pan syndrome? A medical condition where adults cannot sleep at night, a syndrome causing a fear of flying, a term for adults who refuse to grow up. A term for adults who refuse to grow up. What nearly happened to Toy Story 2? Nearly cancelled, voice actors almost replaced, or almost deleted? Almost deleted. What is the Amen break? A guitar riff from a 1980s rock song, a 5 to 7 second drum solo, a church hymn sung during Easter? A 5 to 7 second drum solo. Who was the baseball pitcher struck by lightning who then continued the game? Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, or Ray Caldwell? Ray Caldwell is correct. Where did the color mummy brown get its name from? From the soil in Egyptian deserts, from ground up mummies or from the brown bandages used in mummification? Made from ground up mummies is correct. Why does changing fonts save printer ink? Some fonts have a thinner and lighter design because it tricks the printer into using less ink, or because it changes the color of the ink automatically. Some fonts have a thinner and lighter design. What was the first fast food burger chain ever founded? McDonald's, White Castle, or Burger King? White Castle is correct. Who voices both Ashley Graham from Resident Evil and Sandy Creeks from SpongeBob? Carolyn Lawrence, Victoria Taylor, or Tara Strong? Carolyn Lawrence is correct. How fast can Dracula ants snap their mandibles? About 100 miles per hour, about 50 miles per hour, or about 200 miles per hour? About 200 miles per hour. What language has the most learners on Duolingo? Mandarin, English, or Spanish? English is correct. What does the island of Yap use as currency? Beans, seashells, or stones? Stones is correct. What does RPG stand for? Random puzzle generator, role-playing puzzle, or role-playing game? Role-playing game is correct. What is the most venomous marine species? Blue-ringed octopus, a box jellyfish, or a lionfish? A box jellyfish is correct. What line of Han Solo's was improvised? May the Force be with you, never tell me the odds, or I know? I know is correct. Who is the only woman on US currency? Susan B. Anthony, Marsha Washington, or Harriet Truman? Marsha Washington is correct. What is the world's largest hotel? MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Genting Heights, Malaysia, or the Venetian, Las Vegas? Genting Heights, Malaysia. What hemisphere has 87% of the world's population? Northern, Eastern, or Southern? Northern is correct. What is the most visited city? Los Angeles, London, or Bangkok? Bangkok is correct. How do ants breathe? Through their spiracles, by absorbing oxygen through their skin, or through lungs like mammals? Through their spiracles. How many bridges does Pittsburgh have? 356, 567, or 446? 446. How long is the Pan American Highway? 15,493 miles, 18,340 miles, or 20,504 miles? $18,640 miles. How many times can a dollar bill be folded before tearing? Thousands of times, 500 times, or hundreds of times? Thousands of times is correct. How many years did a $100 bill last? 34, 56, or 24? 24 years is correct. How many years did it take to make The Nightmare Before Christmas? 5, 4, or 3? 3 years is correct. Why did Sean Connery wear a toupee in every James Bond movie? It was in the contract, he was losing hair, he didn't want to dye his hair. He was losing hair. How long can the naked mole rat survive without oxygen? 18 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour. 18 minutes is correct. What are the most venomous fish? Lionfish, stonefish, or pufferfish? Stonefish is correct. How many times was XCON UFO Defense cancelled? 4 times, 2 times, or 5? 2 is correct. What did the original Neverwinter Nights require to play? A controller, a headset, a monthly fee? A monthly fee is correct. What percentage of the Netherlands is below sea level? 26, 45, or 14? 26 is correct. What percentage of Libya has desert cover? 98 to 99%, 90 to 95%, or 80 to 85%? 90 to 95%. What was Among Us originally called? Space Subjects, Imposter Game, or Space Mafia? Space Mafia is correct. Who inspired the game Doom, D&D campaign, Halloween, or sci-fi novels? D&D campaign. Why do Japanese macaques play with snowballs? For fun, to distract enemies, mating ritual? Why do For fun is correct. Why do baby elephants suck their trunks? To signal dominance over other calves, for comfort, to taste water they can't reach? For comfort is correct. Who mixed the Doors' Need for Speed? Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, or Dr. Dre? Snoop Dogg is correct. Why was Joshua Jackson once rushed off to hospital during the filming of Fringe? Allergic reaction, broken ankle, or fainted? Allergic reaction is correct. Who invented the modern pizza box? Domino's, Pizza Hut, or Papa John? Domino's is correct. What country invented apple pie? France, Ireland, or England? England is correct. What does the G on the Green Bay Packers helmet stand for? Green Bay, greatness, or great? Green Bay is correct. Why was live pigeon shooting removed from the Summer Games in Paris in 1900? Feathers, animal cruelty concerns, or pigeon poop? Animal cruelty concerns. Where was a lost Jackson Pollock painting discovered? Attic, dump, or garage? Garage is correct. What kind of pet did Salvador Dali once own? Ocelot, lynx, or a cheetah? Ocelot is correct. What was the longest a single point in tennis went on for? 30 minutes, 25 minutes, or 29 minutes? "29 minutes" is correct. What is the pigskin in football made of? Pigskin, cowhide leather, or goatskin? Cowhide leather is correct. What is it called when someone loves music? Phonophile, audiophile, or a sanophile? An audiophile is correct. Why can't the original Stradivarius violin be perfectly replicated? Strings made from an extinct animal, wood came from the secret forest in Italy, or unique wood, aging, varnish, and craftsmanship? Unique wood, aging, varnish, and craftsmanship. Why was the Candyman actor Tony Todd paid an extra $1,000 on set? He had real bees in his mouth, long hours on set, or the makeup? He had real bees in his mouth. Who did the cat in The Godfather belong to? The director, Marlon Brando, or no one, it was a stray? No one, it was a stray. What was the original title of Pride and Prejudice? Manners and Marriage, Love and Society, First Impressions? First Impressions is correct. How many words for love does Sanskrit have? 96, 300, or 56? 96 words is correct. How long can a snail sleep? A month, 1 hour, or up to several days? What bug can yogurt be made with? Grasshoppers, forest ants, or crickets? Forest ants is correct. How much beer was released during the London beer flood? 10,000 to 96,593 imperial gallons, or 128,000 to 323,000 imperial gallons, or 500,000 imperial gallons? 128,000 to 323,000 imperial gallons. What did ancient Egyptians use as a contraceptive? Silver rings, croc dung mixtures, or mercury ointment? Croc dung mixtures is correct. How many feet does the Dead Sea drop every year? 6 feet, 3 feet, or 2 feet? How 3 feet is correct. How much does Australia move north every year? 3 inches, 2.7 inches, or 1.5 inches? 2.7 inches is correct. Congratulations on finishing this quiz. Please leave your score in the comments below, and as always, like and subscribe to see us next time for some fun on quiz time.